Hey Clash Royale, get ready for the €70,000 Dreamhack Live Circuit. This international event is open to everyone, bringing the best Clash Royale players together in one competition. Play in both online and offline qualifiers, with 4 live stops in 3 different cities: Andorra, Valencia, Madrid, and back to Valencia for the grand final. Do you think you have what it takes to be a Clash Royale champion? Now is your chance to prove it in the Dreamhack Live Circuit.
That's right. Do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes? Well, I know some people who you might think have what it takes. Those people are playing Clash Royale. Today, let's go ahead and actually jump right into some of our action in one of our groups, a man often requested. Kicking things off with Mohamed Light and Adrian Piedra. And oh yes, folks, we are often going to be doing some really fun dual screen action. So here you go. Jonah and Sandbox, welcome to the group phase of the Dreamhack Madrid Qualifiers. That's right. And we will be dual screening today as it is the group phase. We have a lot of groups to cover. And we'll be covering a lot of them. Mr. Monther saying, oh my, first game. Momo. That's right. So talking about our groups, and I'll go ahead and show you the different groups here a little bit later. For those of you who want to follow the group results on your own, I'm going to be putting them into the description. They are available there right now, also in the chat every once in a while. On the right-hand side, we are seeing some Group B action. Mohamed Light, Pedro, Dark Angel, and Adrian Piedra in that group. And then in the screen on the left, you're seeing Sandbox and Jonah in Group F, who are also joined by Victor and Coca. We'll do a full group breakdown here in just a little bit. And we'll get you all the pertinent information. Again today, if you are just tuning in or you have not watched before, we're dual screening today, which means I'm going to be a bit more of a curator, of a host, than a caster today. Once we get to our bracket phase tomorrow and Sunday, then we'll be a little more casty. That's kind of the vibe for this one. Let me just rearrange a couple of things on my screens for the day. And then I will make sure I can answer all your questions, all your, well, relevant questions at least. The prize pool for this portion has a €7,500 championship. Of course, in the winter, in December, after our CRL World Finals, will be the finals overall for Dreamhack for the year. Lucas asking, how many people advance per group? 2. Top 2 from each group move on to our bracket phase. Double elimination, 16 players. Adrian Piedra with a lot of tools. This matchup against Royal Giant with this Remy Eli deck is really interesting because a lot of it's about rhythm. XOP Ken, why only this much players are playing? What do you mean? I don't understand the question. We've made it down to our top 32. We began with thousands of players. We've gone down to the top 32 because we've gone through many stages. Does that answer your question? Mohamed Light just shredding this left-hand side. You know, you have the NATO, you have the log, both to try to stop that Royal Giant from getting in rhythm. What you don't have in this deck from Adrian Piedra, though, is really phenomenal single-target DPS. The only real option is to make sure that you have the Evo Knight every time the Royal Giant in evolved form comes down, and that's a tall order. That's a tall ask to make. And yes, Mo and Pedro are in the same group. We'll go through all the groups in just after this first round of gameplay. The format in this stage is group play. Our 32 players are divided into 4 groups. They're going to play double round robin, and the top 2 from each group, will move along. Easy choice there for Mohamed to hit lightning. And we're going to go with game 3 there. Pretty simple. And you can see game 3 coming active already between Jonah and Sandbox. On your screen here on the left. Will there be day 3 tomorrow? Yes, there will be. And I will be here for it. Although I do have a strict 3-hour time limit tomorrow on what I can cast. So if it goes longer than 3 hours tomorrow, hopefully it doesn't. And looking like Sandbox and Jonah are going to tower trade on the left-hand side and go into a 2-tower game. Adrian Piedra showing Hog EQ cycle against Mohamed Light. Wonder if Mo's doing the same thing here. Snowball instead of log. And there you go. It will be Hog EQ Snowball. Good. Ice Spirit. But this is going to be advantage Mohamed, both with the damage and the elixir lead. Alvo saying, this used to have 20x viewership. What's up with CR? Early phases like this, I mean, the stream started, less than 10 minutes ago? And it's an early stage of a community event. You know, the big finals that have the big thing that pops up on your screen, those will have the big viewership, 20 times this, potentially. But this is still a qualifier phase of a community event, so it's going to have smaller viewership by comparison. Jonah takes the win over Sandbox. I'm going to go ahead and see if we have any matches ready to rock over here. Let's go ahead and bring up... What do we got going on? Let's go ahead and bring up little Vitor Coco on that left screen. And Coco takes that win over Vitor. Bringing up Lucas and Nikoko. Also in their game 3. And I believe a little bit of Group G, Group H action. Adrian acquitted himself well here so far. Pretty even. What was that earthquake? Did Adrian just have the craziest misclick ever? That might be the L right there. Adrian just misclicked an earthquake behind his own king tower. That might actually be it. What an unfortunate misclick there. And in a situation where, I guess they are playing I think I like the Ice Spirit better than the Fire Spirit here. And he should be able to outcycle. And an unfortunate late snowball, and that's going to be a GG. Well played. Mohamed Light taking his first round match. Let's see if we have any other matches on that are still active here. I see Cody Go and Ian will kick that one up. And we'll see if there's anything else going on here. Titan and trainer Adnan. Ian Hog Mortar versus RG Lumberjack. Kind of a throwback look at Royal Giant out of Cody Go. A little surprising. And I see people requesting matches for Firkin. I see people requesting matches for Igor. I'm going to try to cover everybody as much as I can today, folks. That's my overall goal, as always. As we get closer to the group stage ending, I am going to focus primarily on matches that are in more competitive groups, matches that are deciding who goes through and who doesn't go through, as opposed to like if someone's really run away with their group. Mr. GJC saying, how's it going? Good to see you. Is Riley playing today? Riley is not participating in this tournament at this stage. First Evo RG, first one? Or an Evo RG from Cody Go does not get much out of it. It's interesting if you look at these two matches, how similar they are, right? Two Royal Giant variations, both with Lumberjack on the bottom. Two Hog variations with Mighty Miner on the top. Very subtle differences, but really interesting. Magman asking, how can I join to tournaments? Join the Discord that's listed in the description. And you can participate in a number of community events that are run by the same group. Happen all the time throughout the year with open qualifiers. Good snowball here. Hog's going to get a couple of shots. That's GG, well played. Ian with a nice win here. And I believe that we are down to this being the only active... Why is the sound not coming in? Where are you, Game Sound? I had the same problem with the iPad sounds yesterday. Let me try this again. Why are you randomly not giving me sound? Let me try this. 1 second, folks. There we go. If at first it doesn't work, turn it off and turn it on again. There we go. The basics of troubleshooting technology. You gotta love it. There we go. I believe this is the last match that we have active in this group. And this fisherman just in rhythm. Gonna take one hog shot, though. This is by no means over, even with Titan having a pretty significant lead here. Does get the ability off, has to control this Phoenix. Firecracker down. And that Firecracker getting absorbed by that Fisherman was really bad news for Titan. Titan just threw a bunch of good elixir after bad. And the Ice Spirit is nice here. Adnan can certainly hold on, but he has to find some way to get past that Fisherman. It's going to take either a snowball prediction or some sort of excellent distraction to find a real way to get the Hog past. So now here, the Fisherman out a little bit early, and so this is a great opportunity for Adnan to try to sneak one past. Snowball makes room. Does the Hog get a shot? It doesn't. And you can't be giving up Fireball value here. You simply can't be giving up Fireball value, and that's a couple little touches. Hog in. Lots of DPS on the board. Fisherman still gets a pull. Firecracker will once again give Fireball value. And Adnan just in a really bad rhythm. Just in a really bad rhythm. A tough spot, but also a bad rhythm. And that Snowball doesn't get the Fisherman. If that Snowball got the Fisherman, that could have changed the game entirely. Really, you got to just push the pace. You got to get another Hog down. You got to go crazy here. Snowball on the Fisherman. Fireball goes the opposite direction. Hog doesn't touch. GG, well played. One of your August CRL finalists gets a nice win here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the groups. I see Jason Chen saying, when is the group stage? Oh, that's not it. Right now, we are in the group stage. And let's take a look at the results here from Group. Let's start with Group A here at the top. Group A with Droy and Firkin taking wins in their first round. Abbas and Greco taking the L's in the beginning one. Boom. Game number 2. Dark Angel and Mohammed Light both getting their wins. Adrian Piedra and Pedro taking the L's. Julio Gomez asking if I like coffee. I do. Group C, Ali and Luminary first round wins. Matea and EGW with the losses. Hugo and Ian winning in Group D. Cody going sub 0-1 to start. Remember, top 2 from each group will move on. Group E, Titan and Romaine over Will and Adnan. Group F, Coco and Jonah over Sandbox and Vitor. And Group G, Igor and Ruben with the wins over Z and Paolo. And then Group H, Arden and Nikoko with wins over Lucas Gamer and Alexi. Those are your groups. The description for this event does have the... Oh, are they already jumping into the next round? Tremendous. All right. As requested, we'll get a little Firkin here. And let's go ahead and get a little Igor as well as requested. Here you go, folks. Trying to get you a little bit of everything today. It is so funny to see a Lumberjack activate King Tower that way. Winter saying these top 32 are more stacked than CRL top 32, not going to lie. I don't know if I agree with that assessment. Let me take a look at the current CRL top 32. Hey, Tossing Plastic. First, congrats on how your channel's doing. Guys, if you like, if you enjoy content related to disc golf, and I know there's a subset of you that do like disc golf content, go check out Tossing Plastic, who's doing some really fun stuff. That's the link to his channel right there. Go ahead, check him out. He's got some cool stuff going on. If you're into disc golf content, so yeah, he's working really hard, making really, really cool stuff. Akash Singh, I do remember you. And I'll tell you more about it. But yeah, Minnesota is disc golf heavy, for those of you who are curious. As he requests for a Droy, a.k.a. Mr. Cena match. We'll check one out. Oh, I meant monthly top 32, not overall points. Oh, okay. I mean, we've had some pretty strong monthly top 32s. I mean, our last month was crazy good. But, you know, it's interesting that you put it that way because the monthly top 32s, they only have one qualifier, which is pushing top 1,000 on ranked. And then you go to the Swiss bracket, to like a 10-round Swiss bracket. Whereas this one had 15,000 person qualifiers, right? So there was a lot more opportunity to... I don't think that should have affected it, really, you know. But we've had some monthly, some top 32s that have been tremendous. Hello, Dougie D, Clash Royale. Ready for some battles as well. Right now, the match on our right is from Group A, which includes Droy, a.k.a. Mr. Cena, Furkin, Abbas, and Greco. Greco currently 0-1. Furkin 1-0. In this Royal Giant versus Royal Giant battle. Does Furkin have any real way to stop Royal Giants? And he really doesn't. But now it's a question. Now Royal Giant, now Evo Royal Giant back in cycle. And I don't know what Greco's going to do here. The Zappies are good, but Fireball down. And now here you get through this. Fireball needs one big one. Does not get the second. That second would have been huge. And now we're in a situation where Greco has Royal Giant in cycle and Furkin doesn't. And so Furkin's just going to cycle. Whoa, he got back to that faster than I thought. He got back there way faster than I assumed he was going to be able to. It is classic Royal Giant. He needs one shot. Can he get the one shot? Defensive Fireball from Greco is actually really smart here. I really like that defensive Fireball play out of Greco. Not trying to rush to get the damage he knows won't actually kill the tower. He knows that it's going to be RG that wins this, not the Fireball that wins this. At least not at this stage. Now, oh, what a play by Furkin. You know, you talk about him being one of the best RG players in the world. It doesn't get through, though. It doesn't get through. Are you kidding me? I thought that was through for sure. Can Furkin stop the shot? He cannot. Fireball other way. 24 HP. What a finish. What a finish. What a crazy finish that was. Who doesn't love Clash Royale? Fools! Fools! That was great. I mean, you have this brilliant play by Furkin at the bridge to predict the Fisherman pull with his Evo Royal Giant to actually pull it in range. And then somehow Greco actually stops it. That was crazy. And a near mirror match now in this one. Furkin going with the Remy Eli variant of minor wall breakers. Greco going with the... Is there a person we could attribute this variant to? The Bats version? Any way to watch Chinese qualifiers? I am trying to find a way to bring them to the channel. It's just the time of day is really bad, and I have to then do it as a pre-recorded thing, which I just have to find the time to do it. But also, the content that I get, like the names are hard to track. There's not good resources to really interact with the Chinese qualifiers because of the way that the way it's siloed. So, man, what a game that was. That was so fun. Just big brain plays. And now Furkin does take the lead back here. 12-34. 1-2-3-4. That's fun. To 1,300. And for those of you following along, Igor is up 1 on Quentin on our left-hand screen. That group is Group G with Ruben, Z, and Paulo in there as well. I like that bomb tower play. That's a nice bomb tower play out of Firkin. Really way ahead of Rico in terms of thought at the moment. And the NATO in for Firkin. Rico trying to finally find a new place for the miner, but Firkin was just sitting on that NATO going, I'm not going to let you do that. But now this is much closer than it really felt like it was going to get to. 880 to 725. And that's just spending those spears into nothing. Firkin had to expect that poison coming in. Not the greatest play on his part. Miner to the outside. Will get some of the chip here. This miner does actually touch. Oh, the Magic Archer gets a couple. 733 to 118. Firkin should go inside with his next miner. High bomb towers just trying to stop, and it's such a luxury. And there we go. Inside play from Firkin. Rico waves the white flag. GG, well played. GG, well played. We're going to go ahead and switch the sound over here as I find us a new match on our right-hand screen. Give me just one moment, folks. And asking you shall receive. There were some requests for Mr. Cena, a.k.a. Droy. We'll see him on our right-hand screen right now. Sound over with our Igor-Quentin matchup. I don't believe Mugi is playing. Winter saying, I am Chinese. I can tell you the Chinese qualifiers aren't worth watching. Higher and LC up and AU still dominate. Well, I'm excited to see 2 of those 3 at World Finals then. And not quite getting that King Tower activation. I don't think the only person who seems to have figured that out so far with full success is Mohamed Light. People need to go. We have clips of it. Go ahead and watch that play again, and people got to go ahead and work on that one. Looks like Mr. Cena is in great shape to win his matchup. And currently, Igor leading with this bait play. What's up to Realms Reels? And that's going to be a win for Droy over here with that log. GG, well played. Droy takes, Mr. Cena takes his group, or takes his match. Go ahead and see if there's anything else happening in that section. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. Dang. Okay, well, we'll watch that second time around probably. All right. Let's go check out Sub and Cody Go on our second screen. We will be watching Mohamed Light versus Dark Angel in round 3. Our next round, as they are both undefeated in their group 2-0. That'll be a very important one. I see some of you asking for Mohamed Light. We'll be seeing some of him in round 3. We are currently just finishing up round 2. Spot 'em got 'em saying, hey, Rich, when's the next Clash Royale update? When they announce it. That's when it will be. Quentin just running away with this matchup against Igor now. Prince feels very hit or miss in Clash Royale right this minute. Right, Prince, because of there are so, like it seems like it's one of those cards that has used to be so good, and then the way the meta has gone, the card hasn't changed, just the meta has changed where Prince just is no longer ideal. And that's going to be a lot of Magic Archer damage. GG, well played. Quentin taking that group. Let's go take a look at the group results after 2 rounds of play here. Let me turn this music down a little bit. This music is up way too loud. Where are you, music? There you go. Let's take you down. Let's take you down a little bit, music. There we go. All right, Group 1, or Group A, Firkin and Mr. Cena leading in Group A. After 2 rounds of play. Mohamed Light and Dark Angel leading in their matches. Sometimes I hear you commenting and look up all the names are changed, saying are different because people change them so much. Yeah, it's super annoying. Luminary currently 2-0 in his group. He's the leader. Matea and Ali both in the middle. EGW 0-2 so far. Ian leading in Group D over Hugo and Sub with Cody Go on the back end. Titan and Romaine both undefeated in Group E against Will and trainer Adnan. Milky asking, Rich, you know what, I'll answer that question when I'm back on screen because I don't have the comments set up over here. Coco leading Group F. Jonah and Sandbox in the middle. Vitor way in the back. Ruben 2-0 in his group over Z, Igor, and Paolo. I think Ruben Igor might actually be one of our matches coming up here. Yes, it is. So we're going to be doing Mo versus Dark Angel and Ruben versus Igor. Those will be our 2 matches that we start with here. Group H, Arden 2-0, Nikoko, Lucas in the middle, Alexi there at the back. So that's going to be our situation for the moment. And as soon as we get the kickoff of some of these matchups, again, we're going to have Mohamed Light versus Dark Angel and Ruben versus Igor as our primary matches here. And here we go. Ruben Igor is up and active. Let me go ahead and as soon as we get our Mohamed Light Dark Angel matchup. Right, that should be the matchup, right? Joy versus Firkin. Group A. Group B. Yeah, Dark Angel and Mohamed Light. There we go. So where is it? Well, as soon as that starts, we'll do it. We will watch some more Ian today. We'll watch a lot of different people today, folks. But, oh boy, I have to not accidentally, you know what, let me do it this way. I don't want to accidentally, why am I not able to do it this way? That's really annoying. Why are Droy and Firkin, oh, there we go. Where's the Mohamed Light matchup? Okay, I'm just waiting so I don't accidentally click when a match populates in. As soon as Dark Angel Mohamed Light are ready to go, I will have that one up. For now, Igor and Ruben. And here we go. Igor Ruben on this side, Mohamed Light Dark Angel on this side. I'm going to switch the sound to the Mohamed Light Dark Angel match. Milky asking, Rich, why don't top-ranked players show up on TV Royale anymore? Because TV Royale doesn't show Path of Legends, right? TV Royale just shows the Trophy Road, and top players don't play Trophy Road. By the way, I just want to say that right now, we have 3 world champions on screen. Mohamed Light, Igor, Ruben. We have 3 world champions on screen right now. Tell me you don't love dual screens. Who are my top 5 USA players? My top 5 USA players. Let me think about that for a second. Off the top of my head, Right now, I mean, Air Surfer Ian are 2 easy calls. Mr. Cena is probably in there right now. Who else? Brew is certainly done very well in the last year. Amongst active competitive players. Let's see if I can... Where's a list of all like the current active American players? Oh, yeah, I think I'll probably need to switch this to the other direction. Let's see, yeah, Air Surfer, Ian, Mr. Cena, Brew is Brew's probably in there right now amongst active American players. Yeah. If RF was still active, he'd probably be on that list. But he's not. After that, it gets tight. Bag isn't even playing anymore. I don't think Bag's even playing. Somebody's saying Bag's a top American player. Riley is Canadian, so does not count in any of that stuff. I've been playing this bridge spam deck that you see. You see Mohammed Light. Oh, he's playing the Ram Rider version. The one that Ruben's playing. I've been playing that one, but with Rage, and I've had some fun success with it. There are definitely some really rough matchups. You can get you really can get in trouble with Cycle against Loon because you have no building, and you really only have one good way to stop a balloon. But other than that, it's a pretty fun deck to play. Here we go. So, interesting situation here. Round number 1, Dark Angel takes the game. That's fascinating. Yeah, Sweep is also Canadian. Yeah, Luminary is definitely someone. I was going to say Luminary is probably on the list. Like, Luminary is very. If you're talking about top 5 American players right now, Luminary is definitely up there. He definitely like is in consideration for top 5 of active American competitive players. But there aren't a lot of Americans playing competitive level Clash Royale right now. There are a lot who kind of dabble. Right? I mean, Air Surfer's number 1. Ian's number 2. And then after that, like I said, Bruzani and Mr. Cena. And they're probably pretty close. I might take Mr. Cena over Brew. But those are the only 4 that I think are like truly active in competitive Clash Royale. And everyone else is like kind of active. Cheesecake is kind of active. Luminary is kind of active. As far as competitive players. Boss is really, people saying you forgot Boss. Boss isn't really active competitively. He's really mostly doing content creation. Right, like I can't put B-Rad on that list. B-Rad's not playing competitive Clash. A lot of the American players moved on. This is interesting for Mo. Bomb Tower, Ice Spirit, Archer Queen. Is his big spell? What was his big spell last round? Was it Fireball in the last game? So no, that's not Mo Light in chat. Poison. Okay. So poison's good here for Mo. Wow, he got back. He cycled that poison so fast. That's what we're talking about, right? When we talk about things that make Mohammed Light really great at this game. What was that log for? And Dark calling good game. Dark's going to 2-0 Mo. Yeah. Oh, that was just a. Was that just a? Was that log just to admit defeat here? Dark Angel takes control of the group. Very well played. And now our sound will switch back over to here. I'm going to go ahead and try to find us another match for our right screen. Yeah, playing that matchup but having that version of the deck is really hard. I saw some Ian requests. Let's go ahead and check out Ian. I know that the game. I keep on hearing people seeing people talk about the game on the right being a little bit lower resolution. You know what? I can try to see if I can come up with a solve for that during the break between rounds again. I can't really do anything about it right this second. I don't really know why it's lower resolution because when I look at it, yeah, it shouldn't be lower resolution. That's really weird. So I'm going to try to see if I can figure it out. Someone saying, bro, Mo played so bad in both games and you'll say that he is the best. Yes, he is. Mohamed Light is the best. There isn't a salient argument against that. And anyone who says that Mohamed Light isn't the who isn't essentially the all-time best is literally just a hater. And I've never called someone I never call someone a hater. I don't even use that word. But anyone who would say that he isn't the best is straight up just a hater. There's no validity. Ruben might be about to take this 2-0 here. Good Magic Archer lineup for Igor, but then the Knight gets the pickup. Jose, first time I caught you live in 2 years. Welcome, welcome. And Mr. Cena with the 2-0 over Firkin. Good win for him. Let's check out Matea and EGW. Good morning, Chris F. Good to see you. And Ruben with the 2-0 over Igor. Let me see if I can find another matchup for that screen. All right, here we go. We're going to switch over to Lucas Ardentois. Oh, wait, never mind. Now we're on 2 games. I thought that was game 3. Here we go. How old is Baby Rich now? Well, Slayton Jr. is 5 years old, and new baby boy Slayton is 6 months old. So there we go. Morton qualified or still in race. For CRL, Morton, unless he doesn't play the final month, Morton has probably qualified for CRL World Finals. And even if he doesn't play, he still might make it. Hey, fake Mohamed Light in the chat. I will time you out. I don't know why, it just annoys me that you're a fake Mohamed Light. And now that you're spamming, I'm definitely timing you out. Boom. This is your last timeout before you get banned. Next time, it's a permanent ban. Stop being annoying. That's a nice NATO. It doesn't matter, though. That's tower down. GG. All I'll take is arrows. Unless you can beat arrows real fast and catch a miner, you can't do that. GG. Lucas taking the dub there. Let's see who else is active in this side of things. Will and trainer Adnan joining us here. What about Sergio Ramos? What about Sergio Ramos? Rich, you think his talent or practice be the top player? Yes, is my answer. Hey, Rich, what are your thoughts on the next Evo the Royal Recruit? I'll have thoughts when I actually see it in play. But I'll say this. I like evolutions that change how you play a card in certain phases. That, I think, should be the goal of an evolution, is to make the card do something different than it normally does. I think that but I am not in favor of the evolutions adding a bunch of stats to cards. I don't like that part of it. Paolo and Quentin. On that left-hand side screen, currently Paolo 0-2. He does take the win there, though, and Paolo gets in the winner's column finally. He and Z will both be 1-3. Ruben will be in control of that group by a pretty wide margin now, as Ruben will be 3-0, and all three other players will be at 1 win and 2 losses. This is our final game of this round. The top 2 qualifiers from each group are going on. Mind of Roddy's dog, it is iPad charger. That's bad for a number of reasons. And Matea took the win over EGW, who I believe will now be falling down to 0-3. Let's go ahead and take a look at our groups. Group 1, Mr. Cena in charge, 3-0. Furkan 2-1. Greco and a boss on the bottom part of the table. Dark Angel gets the win over Mohammed Light, who will fall down to 2-1. Pedro still winless in this group so far today. Bit of a shocker there for Pedro. Group C, pretty even, with EGW handing wins to everybody. Matea, Ali, and Luminary all tied at 2-1. That's a very tight group here moving forward. Ian leading his group by a lot, 3-0. Hugo and Sub on his heels. Cody Go with the bagel at the moment. Titan, recent CRL monthly finalist, 3-0 for now, with Romain right behind him at 2-1. Will at 1 win and 2 losses. Trainer Adnan, no wins yet. Sandbox and Coco both tied at 2 wins, 1 loss. Vitor and Jonah. So very tight group here in Group F. This round 4 is going to be a decisive round. Ruben running away with this one. All he needs is 1 more win to clinch being top 2. A 4-0 would clinch a top 2 berth onto our next round. And then it'll be about Igor, Z, and Paolo fighting for the scraps. Arden Toas and Lucas and Nikoko all tied up, as Alexi has given everyone a whole bunch of wins here. Now I'm going to try to see if I can, before the game start, fix the... Let me go ahead and do this, actually. I'll go ahead and do this. I'm going to try to see if I can fix the resolution situation on the right-hand screen here. I don't know if I can while I'm live, unfortunately. But I will see if I can make that happen before we... Let's see. Nope. Nope, that doesn't look good. I don't see any way I can do it that way. Let's see. Transform. I don't know why that is blurry, and I don't know if I can fix it. So I might have to do it during the break, rather than, or when I'm not live. I might have to do it then. So that's unfortunate. Let's see what matches are happening right now. Let's go ahead and we'll jump into this one for the moment. Let me turn off the music here. And what else do we got going on here? Waiting for which ones are going to be pretty. Which ones are going to be? Oh, who's Arden playing against? Arden versus Alexi. Well, Alexi's 0-3. I'm not showing that. Igor and Paolo. I just showed an Igor match, but that one might actually be kind of important. Vitor and Coco. Haven't shown a lot of Vitor today. Let's go ahead and check out some Vitor. Here we go. All right. Fake Muhammad Light is banned. You're banned. Don't test me. Why would you test me? Were you trying to get banned? That's crazy. Wish we could pull how many. Oh yeah, I wish there were a bot that would count how many times I asked the exact same question. That would be great. Can Ian qualify for CRL? Yes, he can. Anyone can. You can qualify for CRL if you win a monthly final. You get a golden ticket. There you go. How many matches for this phase? 6 matches. It's a double round robin. So we're actually kind of flying through this one right now. This might be done in 2 hours. How do the points work, says Tossing Plastic. Which points? Like the points for CRL World Finals? Jose saying, thanks for your region, but comments which you come to Portugal, reach out and tell you where the best food is. Ooh. Mr. Monther saying it's the phone settings. No, because it looks great there. It looks great on the device and looks bad on my OBS. And so I'm not sure why there's that loss of quality. I'll have to troubleshoot it when the show's over. How long have I been playing disc golf? She found now. I've been playing disc golf, man, first time I ever played was probably somewhere nearly 30 years ago. First time I ever touched a disc golf disc. Something like that. Maybe like 25 years ago. I don't know. It's been so long. I started playing really more frequently probably about 15-ish years ago. And then started getting really seriously back into it in the last couple of years. What do you guys think of the Ram Rider variant versus the Battle Ram variant? The Ram Rider variant would certainly make my life easier against Loon. This Graveyard's doing some damage, though. Wow, now you can play Evolution and Grand Challenge? Really? They added that? Are you for real? No new glasses today to show. I mean, I have tons of glasses, but... who is Cena? Why is this the first time I've heard of him? Why can't I see him? Cena is Droy. It's the same person. Cena and Droy are the same person. You ever play Ultimate Frisbee? Lucas, yeah, that was my first disc sport. Started playing Ultimate Frisbee when I was 9. Founded my own high school team. In fact, this trophy here, this trophy right here is from the high school team that I founded when we got 3rd place in the state tournament that I ran. The first ever California State High School Championship. We got 3rd place out of the 4 teams that attended. Then I played for Santa Barbara in college for a couple of years. I actually just went the last weekend to the AUDL National Championships in Minnesota. The AUDL Finals. Solid work here from Ian. Game 1 done. A lot of people like the let's see, Battle Ram. Ram Rider better. Battle Ram better. Ram Rider helps with defense. Morton is not part of that. That's cool. Did Empire win? Of course they did. How are you going to stop Ben Yacht, dude? How are you? Please tell me how you're going to stop Ben Yacht. How are you going to stop, like, Ben Yacht, Antoine, MKBHD? Like, that team is so crazy stacked. Of course New York won. And Salt Lake was in the finals. The Salt Lake's got talent, but they're just so young and their inexperience really showed. Yeah, Babbitt. Yeah, how are you to stop Babbitt, dude? Yeah, like so you have Babbitt, who's basically like he's like a boxer. He's like a heavyweight boxer who chose to play Ultimate Frisbee instead. The dude's a monster. And then Ben Yacht is just essentially he's like an animal. He's so tall and he covers so much ground so fast. MKBHD just locks down the defensive line. Antoine Davis is so fast. That team, like, and that's just like, and then you even get down, so many of their players would, yeah, I mean, it's so crazy. I need a new New York hat. I bought one and then it didn't fit me and I gave it to my son and then he recently lost it. Do I still do the Ultimate Frisbee coaching? I'm going to be probably in the fall when I have some more free time. I do it in the summer. I do it every summer for a couple of weeks. But yeah, I'll do more in the fall. Probably volunteer for there's like a little organization here in Austin that does some clinics and stuff for kids, which I'll probably go do. Tulis Weaver, I hate the split screens. Why not just focus on one match at a time? Because right now there are 32 players, which means there are 16 matches happening every single round, and focusing on 1/16 of the action just doesn't seem like it's giving people enough coverage. So if you really hate split screens, Tulis, just cover up one of the two screens and focus on that one. Or get them on your friends list and watch them that way. But during these stages where we're having multiple matches at the same time, I prefer to try to give as many players as possible the chance to be seen, and the chance for you to see as many players as possible. And again, last round, we had 3 world champions on screen at the same time. We had Ruben, Mo, and Igor all playing at the same time, which for me is pretty cool. Too bad they didn't have esports teams in college back in the day like they do now. Esports wasn't really much of a thing. MKBH, yeah, he's a tech YouTuber who also is one of the best Ultimate Frisbee players in the country. Maybe, I mean, actually in the world, I would say. Any questions you have about who is playing or how their groups are going, the bracket is in the groups and bracket is in the description. Did you invest in the EDL that a crowdfunding campaign last year? I did not. I don't think. I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did. I always wanted to try it. Well, tossing plastic, make sure your legs are ready and your lungs are worked out, because I'm done. I can't play Ultimate anymore. I can play, like, very casually, but Ultimate is pretty much a sport that it's actually one of the impressive things about New York is they have lots of experience, but that dynasty is going to end probably in the next 3 years, because most of their top players are in their early 30s. Not much time left. It's fascinating to me that Ian's getting the win here. Oh boy, actually a lot of damage there. Oh boy, did I speak too soon? Did I speak too soon? Did I speak too soon? It doesn't connect. Oh my gosh. Cody Go trying to cycle to another lightning. Does Ian have a block? He doesn't. I totally ruined that. Oh, worst caster curse of all time. Is it possible to watch 3 screens at the same time? Yes, some casters do that. I know that Revel has done that on occasion. I am the best caster curse. Well, you're timed out for calling me an idiot. It's an idiot jinxed it. Yeah, Rich the caster curse there was brutal. Yeah, that was one of my best ones. I gotta say, that was a top tier caster curse. I mean, he was winning it at the time. You cursed him yesterday, too. Caster curse again. Yeah, I'm good at it. I have the... Dude, I'll say this. I have the best caster curse in the business. There's no one better at the caster curse than I am. Let me check on something here. 1 second, folks. So I'm getting notifications I should double check on. I think I know what they are. In about an hour. Sorry, folks. I just had to take care of something real quick. And now I'm back. Raho is saying, my first time watching it split screen looks so good. Thanks. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Let's see. Who else is active over here? We have not given Will and Miriam much screen time. Let's give them a little second screen opportunity here. Miriam must be Romaine. Pratham saying, Rich, you're the best caster. I think you will definitely be a caster in World Championship. Of course I will be a caster in World Championship because I've casted every CRO World Champion. It's my job. But thank you. I appreciate that you like me and that you think I'll be the that you think I will do the thing that I'm going to do. Rich, please hydrate. Yes, good call. Great call. What's the disc sport you play? I used to play Ultimate Frisbee, and I still coach some, but I play disc golf primarily. Do I think AI will take over casting in a few years? No, I do not. I do not believe so. I think it'd be so soulless. Which cards, Evo, are you waiting for the most? Ice Golem. Are there any CR monthly finals? Yes. Yes, one more. September. How many groups are there? There are 8 groups. It's in the description. Click on the bracket link in the description to see all the groups. I'm in general not a big fan of AI. First of all, any AI art is just theft. There is no such thing as AI art. There's programs that go and scrape all the art that's been made and then just immediately generate stuff based off of that. It's not... Calling it art is just false. It's AI image generation. Can't even potentially call it art. Part of the big writers' dispute in Hollywood right now is over the potential for AI writers, which, again, I think even AI writers would just be stealing from previous writers because they wouldn't actually be writing anything. It would just be like, hey, look at all the stuff that's been written before and now make something based off of with that as a template. I think AI will be really great. If AI is focused on doing... Oh, boy. Can we get the win here? Whoa, Cody go. 2 O's. Ian. Well, there you go. I think we've just about reached the end of this round. Let me go ahead and take this over here. Yeah, I think that I don't see, I think Romain and Will already happened. Let's see. Dude, Mr. Cena 4-0. Furkin 3-1. Furkin is 1 win away from clinching the group and getting rid of Greco and a boss. Dark Angel Muhammad Light, same issue. Dark Angel 4-0. Mo was 1 win away from clinching the group. Matea and Ali. This group is still super tight with Matea, Luminary, and Ali. EGW just struggling. Ian77 and Hugo both 3-1. Both of them are 1 win away from clinching and pushing Sub out of the group. Titan and Romain and Will all very tight here. Adnan's not even eliminated yet. Sandbox and Coco in the lead. This group currently no one's in, no one's out, but same thing. Sandbox and Coco are 1 win away from getting the victory. Ruben has clinched moving on. Ruben is guaranteed to move on to the next round. Paolo Z and Igor all still mixing it up here. Group H, Nikoko also has I guess there's free wins happening. Oh, because Alexi left. There you go. So, Nico, 4-1. I think that's a guarantee. No, it's not a guarantee. This group, Nico, Arden, and Lucas is still totally up for grabs here. If Nico loses, then this gets really crazy. So, there you go. That's going to be an interesting situation for us to watch. What are the really compelling matchups here? I guess Pedro and Mo... But Pedro's out. That's a hard one to justify watching when Pedro's already eliminated. Sandbox and Vitor. I think that's one where... we haven't really watched any Sandbox today. No, we haven't watched much Sandbox today. Let's go ahead and get Sandbox going. Let's see. And I will come and take a look at some of this. I think that what I was gonna say about AI stuff. I think does Furkin already clinch, or has a chance to clinch right now? Let's see. Yeah, Furkin with a chance to clinch. I'll go ahead. Who's he playing against? Against Greco. Mr. Cena already clinched his group. Let's see. Is it gonna be Dark Angel versus Mohammed? Is that what that is? Hold on. Looking for the... Oh, it's Pedro versus Momo. Where's that match? I didn't even see that matchup over there. Did Pedro dip? Because he knows he's out? Pedro might have dipped, because I don't see him requesting his match against Mohammed. So that might just end up free win for Mo. Let me just double check this. You know what? Let's go watch Ian versus Hugo, because the winner of that takes control of the group. There we go. Okay, so my basic point on the AI stuff, if we can use AI to eliminate menial tasks, right, like spreadsheet type stuff, all the like office drone type things, all the call center type stuff, like that's a great use of AI. But thinking that AI is going to replace like using AI to replace human creativity, I think is a net negative. I really do. At what point, like, AI should be used to make, all technology should be used to make our lives better. I have a lot of concerns that a lot of people are going to lose their jobs because of AI, and we're going to have no jobs for them to go to. And if we don't have a plan for that, and wow, Hugo just slicing through Ian in this one. Brutal. Absolutely brutal for Ian. If we don't have a plan for what's going to happen to those people, to essentially the majority of people, we're going to have a real problem on our hands. We're going to have a potential collapse event on our hands. Wow. Sandbox holds on. Waiting for Ice Golem Evo is an interesting one. Yeah, Ice Golem just needs it. When is final for this tournament? How many players will be there? It's a double elimination 16-person bracket, and it starts tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow and Sunday. Rich, how do I buy world tickets to the event? I don't know yet. I'm pretty sure AA will take over casting because it will bring thing that humans can. What does that mean, Sluggish Crow? What will it bring that's better than humans giving like the emotional context to casting, right? Bringing personality, right? You don't watch casting just for someone to say, this happened and then this happened. You watch casting for the personality. That's why not everyone can do it. Yeah, no bot can give us quips. No one using Evolve Recruits. I don't think they're out yet. So people generating pictures from nature and call it art. That's 90% of what human writers do. I mean, look, all art is influenced by others. That's for sure. But the idea that, like, there are some mediocre artists who purely just copy someone before them and redo it. And there are some artists who are creative and come up with something new and fresh and interesting, or that has a piece of who they are inside it. I have no interest in art generated by a machine. I have no interest in something that's soulless. I have no interest in content. I'm not even calling it art. I have no interest in content generated by a machine. That's the soul of a thing. The soul of art is because someone put themselves into it. How many people per group quality? 2 people per group do qualify. AI can never replace commentators. I don't believe so. AI casting would be so bad. Yeah, it'd be terrible. A lot of typing jobs are already gone because of AI. Bad news to the people who used to do them, especially in this inflated economy. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Do I know what happened to Rumham? Yeah, he's working on other things at Supercell. AI can have personality at work in the field. Well, Sluggish Crow, I really hope that you push that field towards giving people, like, getting rid of drone-style jobs and making life better. And if you push it towards just eliminating creativity, then what you're doing is a net negative on society. So I really hope that that's what you do, that you push it towards making things work better, rather than replacing humans with soulless nothing. What defines a drone-style job? Like data entry. If your job is just to take data from point A and put it into point B, that's like a very drone job, right? That's nobody wants to be doing that, or maybe very few people want to be doing that. But yeah, that's what I'd say is like a drone, kind of a drone job. I'm a rancher from Kansas. A lot of what consider could be doing drone work. Well, that's the thing is, like, mechanical stuff is going to, like, robotics. That's interesting because of, like, the technical limitations of robotics, like what it just requires energy-wise. But think of how much Death Adder, think of how much your job has changed in the last 40 years, in the last 50 years, because of technology. Hold on, let me just go ahead and find a game here. Let's see. Let me just see what's competitively relevant here. No, that's not really relevant at all. Let's see. Nope, that's not really relevant either. Let's see. Oh yeah, Arden v. Coco. This is actually a very competitively relevant matchup. Because if Arden wins, he's going to make it much harder for Lucas to make the next round. When is CRL Finals? End of November. What about AI doctors? I don't know. I mean, like, look, will AI have a pretty massive impact on... I think that we're still pretty far away for a lot of things. Let's see. What is still relevant here? I think Furkin... Did Furkin already clinch his group, or is Furkin on the... yeah, Furkin's already essentially clinched here. I guess if he finishes this off, he does have the win here. So let's go. I'll go ahead and put that on for a second. What is your real job? You're looking at it. This is how I bought my house and support my family. Is doing a bunch of stuff like this. Humans can do new interesting things, like when computers came out, a lot of people lost their jobs but found new things to do. Yes, but eventually between robotics and software, what jobs will be left? Right, that's the end game. Thoughts on AI in the education system? I don't know. I don't know yet. I have not researched that enough. You know, it depends on like how that's applied. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Grieco winning that puts him at 2-3 and Furkan at 3-2. Which might be taking Furkan's fate partially out of his hands. Wow, that's going to be really interesting to watch what happens with that group. Dark Angel has already clinched, so no point in going there. Let's go. Oh, let's see. Mohamed Light versus Pedro just ended with an easy 2-0 for Mo. What else is happening here? What else is happening here? Ali Mateja is still going on. What happened? I don't know what happened in the Luminary matchup. Let's see. Thoughts on any education system? Again, like, how is it being used? You need some humanity in the classroom, right? You need someone to really be interacting. Part of education isn't just the, like, do you learn your ABCs and how to count 1, 2, 3? A lot of it is also your social education that you get from being around people and from interacting with the person who's in a position of authority and from having to learn how to cooperate with others even if you don't get along with them, right? Those are all critical parts of a child's education. Let's see. I think this one might still be relevant. Not entirely sure. There we go. Still trying to keep things moving here. Let's go ahead and throw up a boss and Droy. I thought a boss had left. Droy, aka Mr. Cena, potentially on his victory lap. Let's see. Death Adder saying, I'm not anti-AI, just worried it may replace a lot of people before we have a way to transition that people have used to those jobs. Yeah, I think that's... I'm not anti-AI, but just like any tool, right? If you use a hammer to hammer in nails to build a house, good. If you use a hammer to smash people's big toe, bad. It's like any tool, right? So how is AI being used? That's going to be the big, long question. When is September monthly finals? In about 3 weeks. DC the Boss, do you get paid for casting events like these that are not CRL? I'm sure some do and some don't. Just curious. General rule of thumb is if I am on a channel that's not mine, I am being paid. And if I'm on my own channel, typically the compensation is what I make from my own channel. Right? That's the usual. That's how it usually is. There are exceptions. If I'm on another channel casting, definitely I'm being paid. There are exceptions on my channel where sometimes I am, but usually the payment is what I get from ad revenue, the channel growth, stuff like that. And if I have sponsors coming in for things too. Welcome to 2023, where a man can fully support a family and mortgage comment on a mobile game. Hey, look, let's rewind here, right? What you can support a family with has been always shifting like crazy. A boss and Droy getting done there. A boss taking the win over Mr. Cena. Very interesting. Let's go ahead. I'm going to get Adrian, Piedra, and Dark Angel up here as well. What do you do except casting for a living? For the first few years of CRL, I was just doing CRL, just casting. During the Teams era, I was able to make enough to live off of doing just that. During the 2020-2022 range, CRL got a little bit smaller with switching to this monthly format, and I took a position as originally a production manager and then director of production at AMG, the company that CWA helped found. And I was there for about 2 years, and then now I do the casting, my YouTube channel, and some other marketing work. But everything I do is related to esports gaming, and primarily to Clash Royale stuff. Whoa, the chat really popped off here. I can take a look at some of these results as soon as this match is over. We have people playing NPCs on TikTok for money. Yeah, like I'm commentating on a competition, right? Which has been a job for like nearly a century at this point. And if you go back to the announcer at the at like the old Gladiator games or whatever. Oh, I think we actually have one more game still going. Yeah, we still have one more thing going. But yeah, people doing AI people pretending to be NPCs on TikTok is way crazier than I commentate on a competitive phone game. Do I think Pedro has any chance at Worlds? Yes, but he needs to step up his practice. If food, healthcare, education, housing were free, like in certain countries in the Middle East, like Dubai and Qatar, are Dubai and Qatar provide free housing? Is that true? I mean, I have some issues with some of their other policies, but that's a phenomenal policy. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard. Let's see. Clinched for Mr. Cena. He will be going through the next round. Furkan and Greco. Are Furkan and Greco matched in this? No, they are not. We're going to probably watch Furkan versus Mr. Cena, or that's a potential one we will watch. Dark Angel has clinched. Muhammad Light has clinched. So, unfortunately, folks, we're not going to be watching any more Muhammad Light as he has clinched. Ali has clinched. Matea and Luminary, they are not facing off against each other. Man, I want to see like a match that is actually a qualifier match. Ooh, Ian with the 2 L's. Is Ian playing against Sub in this round? Please tell me Ian's playing against Sub in this round. That's the 100% the matchup that I want to see. Ian is playing Sub. Okay, so we're definitely watching Ian Sub, because Sub wins that, he might go through. Titan has clinched his group. Romaine and Will, that might be a thing. Sandbox has clinched. Coco and Jonah are both in the mix there. Ruben has clinched. Paolo and Igor. Ooh, is Paolo playing Igor? Igor's playing Ruben. All right, we are going to watch the Ian match and the Igor-Ruben match. Those are the two that we're going to watch here. Those are the two that you'll be watching in this phase to start off. Sorry, we're not watching Muhammad Light again, folks. He's already clinched. It is not competitively relevant anymore. But if you want to watch Muhammad Light, he streams sometimes. Once technology is advanced enough, does it matter if there are any jobs for humans? Isn't it better than everything necessarily handled so humans are free to do whatever they want? Well, there's two things. Number one, I would say that I plan on never retiring. Retiring sounds very boring. Now, I guess that there could be other pursuits that I end up getting to do, which would be nice. There is also the argument that idle hands make the devil's playground, right? That people with nothing to do just end up causing problems. But then also, that assumes that we get that technology advanced and people are free and that we actually take care of those people. Because I don't know where you're from, But where I'm from, people will be like, oh, well, yes, but you shouldn't have your housing taken care of or your food taken care of. Like, people are going, hey, yes, even if we get rid of all the jobs, you should only get compensation if you own the means of production at that point. So I am not confident in the altruism of human nature, at least not in my country, of taking care of people once millions upon millions upon millions of people are made redundant by technology. It's not really, that has not really been the American way. How is Rich today? Devlop, how are you? I'm doing all right. Here we go. Igor Rubin now going to be joining us on our other screen. Igor needs to beat Rubin to stay in, and I think he needs Paolo to lose as well. Ian needs to win this against Sub, and he's off to a great start. So there you go. Not really. AI does a pretty good job educating by far less cost. I've seen it. I mean, AI can be part of an education. But, again, part of education is not just do you learn to read or write. So you're technically a contractor. Oh yeah, I've been, except for my time at AMG, where I was a regular employee, I've been a contractor for pretty much my entire adult life. You talk too fast. Do you rap? I slow it down tremendously for commentary. And no, I don't rap. I'm pro homeschooling. Why even use AI? Some people like homeschooling. I think that the social interaction that you get from being around other people who are different than you is really valuable. I don't love homeschooling beyond a certain age. Like, hey, if you want to homeschool your preschooler maybe, but even then, the lessons you learn from social interaction with people who are different than you, people who you get along with, don't get along with, I think that's really, really valuable. Man, Ian got off to a great start here, and then Sub has just not given up, and this is really troublesome for Ian. Fireball in, Ram Rider getting its move on. That Inferno Dragon's a problem for Sub. He needs to get it, and the Electro Dragon does. And this is what Ian needs to do, is just keep on pounding the pavement. Do not let Sub get a shot at getting down a goal. Oh, Magic Archer. Great Lumberjack by Sub, though. Great Lumberjack. You got to stop that Lumberjack here. That Electro Dragon could still be a problem. Towers do take care of it. Fireball value there. That's good Fireball value. Golem in the pocket. What do you even do here? You have to foot race. You have to beat it in a foot race. You have to beat it in a foot race. NATO's away. Not going to happen. That's got to be a GG here. Golem gets one. Golem's going to get two. Pop, pop, pop. Sub. Man. Ian went from firmly in control here to at risk of elimination. This is crazy. Are there specific reasons why you can't interact with chats in monthly final? Well, we can't bring the chats up on screen, and there's just too much chatting, and we're doing a different job there, right? Like, during this is my channel. I choose interrupt to chat. I could ignore chat and just cast, right? But that's not the way I like to do. That's not the way I like to do this. What are your opinions on monetization in Clash Royale? It's based on we talk about this ad nauseum. I'd like it to be less aggressive, but it is necessary based on the business model of Clash Royale. Wolves Baseball saying Texas is base. They would never go for that. Man will always need to chop wood, farm, build, hunt, etc. Tech can't replace that. Tech can replace that. Those things can be replaced for sure. The question is, how long will it take and what will we do when they are? It's almost inevitable that those things are replaced eventually. And this is the real concern right here. The people who provided those robots or services would just get super rich, and the many people who won't profit in wealth. Yeah. We're going to have to, at some point in human history, despite the philosophical disagreements by some people, we are going to have to become more collectivist than individualist over time. It's just the nature of when we eliminate, as we eliminate jobs upon jobs upon jobs, that, oh boy, and now Sub going full Sparky. Wow. Is Ian really going to go from 3-0 to 3-3 and not make it? Does a 2-0 from Sub here win it? I don't know how the tiebreaker exactly works. But I do know that Ian is just on the struggle bus right now. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I don't know what that means. If that means that they are tied precisely, if that means that Sub has tiebreaker. I do know that that's nutty, though. Let me see. I think EGW is already all the way out, isn't he? Yeah, it's not even worth it. Let's see. Hugo's already clinched. Cody go. All right. Well, let's just please the crowd. Throw some Mo Dark Angel on. And Ruben eliminates Igor, I believe. That should be Igor out. Unless Paolo also lost. And, but I think that eliminates, yeah, no, Paolo won. So Ruben eliminates Igor. Here we go. Lucas and Arden playing. Winner goes on, loser leaves town. And they are in game 3. So that's interesting here. Lucas and Arden both currently at 3-2. Winner will be at 4-2 and move on. Loser will 3-3 and not move on. You can get social interaction even when homeschooling. I'll say this. I have known many homeschool kids, and I have never met one who I didn't feel was like just a little bit off. I don't know. Maybe it's an unfair judgment. Rocket for Mo. He'll hit the 2 over Dark Angel. Very well played. Yeah. That's just my personal opinion. Let's see. Any of this still relevant? Well, let's go see what kind of crazy stuff EGW's got going on. I'm gonna switch the sound over to Arden versus Lucas, though. Do you play Fortnite or Warzone? I play neither of those. I do not play Fortnite. I don't play Warzone. It's not really an issue. Making a bigger issue than it is. What, AI is it an issue? My battle banner screen is slow on loading, so I'm losing matches. What do I do? I don't know. Choose a simpler battle banner screen? I don't really know the answer to that. Maybe you gotta change your device. Omar, you're amazing, Cash. Thank you for your service. I appreciate that. All right, let's dial in here, folks, on this. I think Matea already qualified. I might just kill the Matea match here. Let me just double check that. Did Matea already clinch his group? Yeah, Matea's already guaranteed in, so we're just going to go ahead and focus on the final 55 seconds of Arden versus Lucas, as the winner will move on and the loser will not. And I will actually, and I'll spend a couple minutes engaging with some of this chat conversation once we get done here. But right now, it looks like Arden's going to eliminate Lucas. Just that miner going to town. Not quite in poison range yet. The Hog is not going to get a shot here. Lucas trying to mad cycle, but he can't get past the barbs, and Arden just shuts him down. GG, well played. Arden moves on. And that should be just about everything here. We still have this EGW versus Matea is still going on. Oh, Sandbox Coco is still going too. All right, nice. Sandbox Coco is still going on, and I think, is that group still competitive? Let's see. Sandbox has already clinched. Coco might need the win, depending on what Vitor and Jonah did. I don't see the results of Vitor Jonah yet. Still no results. Let's see. And we'll go over these results more. I don't see the Jonah Vitor results yet. I guess they haven't finished their matchup yet. Most of our groups are already decided. We'll go through all of that. Matea has officially clinched, so this match against EGW is very inconsequential. It's completely inconsequential. It's probably a better way to say that than very. So we're just going to go ahead and actually focus on the match that is still competitive. Again, Sandbox has already guaranteed to go through. Jonah won, so Coco losing here could potentially open the door for Jonah to go through. So Coco has to get the win against Sandbox. Jonah, no. I think that Jonah has a worse set differential. I don't know if that means that if Coco still stays up or if Coco goes down. Because the set differential, he's going to have a -1 set differential, and Jonah will have a -2. So I think that maybe Coco still goes through on virtue of winning one game here. And here we go. Let's go take a look. We have our results, and I was right here. Coco with a better set differential will advance the next round. Let's go to the top here and go through all the different groups here. Firkin and Mr. Cena will go through to the next round. Abbas and Greco eliminated. Very underwhelming performance from Greco today. Mohammed Light ends up winning his group with Dark Angel right behind him. Adrian Pedro taking the bagel. 0-6 today. Kind of a big surprise on that one. Ali and Matea both going through. EGW and Luminary both with disappointing performances in this one. Matea just barely squeaking through there with the 3-3 record overall. Hugo, the Frenchman, and Sub beating out two fan favorites in Ian and Codigo. Ian started off 3-0 and then went 0-3 on the back end. Group E, Titan and Trainer Adnan, both coming off of pretty impressive performances. Titan with a monthly finals appearance. Trainer Adnan winning the most recent edition, Wednesday's edition of King of the Hill, Royale Masters King of the Hill. They are going on through to our next round. Sandbox, strong performance, 5-1. Coco, despite nearly, if he'd gotten 0-2, if he gotten 2-0'd, Jonah would have gone through, I believe. If he'd gotten 2-0'd, it's very I think Jonah would have gone through. But the getting 2-1, Coco maintains his position and moves on. And then finally, Ruben just cleans out his group, 6-0. Igor not able to get the very important third victory and move past Paolo, who actually with set differential probably would have win-loss difference, probably would have gone through anyway. So there you go. And then Nikoko and Arden Toas going through over Lucas and Alexi. So there you have it. Lucas with the 3-3, 3-3, not as good as 4-2. That was the deciding match between those two, and there you go. GG, well played. I don't know if we have, let's see, group stage, final stage. Does it give us the bracket yet? Oh, we have the bracket here, folks. We do have the bracket. Let me just go ahead and clear this out, and let's go ahead and take a look at tomorrow's bracket. Here we go. So again, it's a double elimination bracket. Will be happening tomorrow and Sunday, both right here on the channel. And again, tomorrow I do have a hard time limit of 3 hours, so if there's a couple matches left over, it'll have to happen. Furkan versus Arden Toas. Furkan, our #1 seed. Ruben versus Dark Angel, former teammates, going head-to-head. Ali and Coco in our third match. Titan and Sub. Muhammad Light getting a nice draw there against Paolo. We'll see if Paolo can get the upset win against the GOAT. Nikoko against Mr. Cena, who had a very nice performance today. Hugo and Trainer Adnan. And then finally, Sandbox and Matea. So a really fun bracket overall. We do have a few former world champions here in terms of Ruben and Muhammad Light in the mix. A couple of world finalists as well with Arden Toas here, as well as Sandbox, and a lot of players who are in the mix competitively for trying to make worlds this year. So there you go. Let me take a look at the chat and respond to some things. First, Yash, thank you very much for your super chat. I really appreciate the support as always. Let's see. Going back too much. Yeah, the caster curse. That might have been. Yeah, I might have cursed him all the way out of the competition. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. Interesting. Yeah. Let's see. Not even gonna get into that there. Rich, can I send you some plastic? Yes, tossing plastic. Let's communicate. For sure. I have friends that are at my education. Sure. Yada yada yada. French player enlist again. Yep, there's a French player there. What a comeback from Adnan. Yep. All start with the cursed game. Sure. Is that the end of the day? Yeah, that's the end of our competition today. We are back tomorrow with the first day of our 2-day double elimination bracket. Right here. So that will be a whole lot of fun. It'll be the same time at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and whatever that means wherever you are. That will be the plan. I may be solo again. I may get a co-caster. We'll see what happens. Either way, it's going to be a whole lot of fun, and I do, of course, as always, really appreciate having all of you come here and be a part of all these streams. And yeah, thanks for sticking around. If you haven't already, like the stream. It does definitely help. And tell your friends that this is a cool place to come hang out. As always, be excellent to each other and party on, dude. Peace.
Hey Clash Royale, get ready for the 70,000 euro Dreamhack live circuit. This international event is open to everyone, bringing the best Clash Royale players together in one competition. Play in both online and offline qualifiers, with 4 live stops in 3 different cities: Andorra, Valencia, Madrid, and back to Valencia for the grand final. Do you think you have what it takes to be a Clash Royale champion? Now is your chance to prove it in the Dreamhack live circuit.